So we're trying to like say it and we can't. We're like sherbet.
Sherbet?
Exactly. It's so odd. But anyway.
All right, I just started the recording.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna So, good morning, people. Welcome to episode 6 of the Bake Sale Session podcast.
We did it.
We did it.
That's a hand and a finger.
That is a hand and a finger, and I'm so proud. Oh my gosh. Amazing, amazing. And I want to let the people know that we are interviewing someone super amazing, really awesome. Her name is Ann Allchin, and she's an esteemed author from Canada, and she specializes in cannabis, and I'm really excited and surprised. That's your surprise today.
This is a great surprise.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I love Canada. I love cannabis.
Oh.
So I think just only really wonderful things are going to come from this.
I like it.
I think
like
I'm
it.
going to learn.
You think you're going to learn?
Yeah.
I know I'm going to learn too, most definitely. And I'm super excited about it. And what I want to do is this. We started talking about it in the open, the title of the episode. So I came up with Angel Food Sherbet.
Okay.
And that's it.
That sounds delicious.
Exactly. And it's a real thing.
Yeah.
All you do is you take an angel food cake, slice it thin, spread sherbet on top of cake on top of
Yeah.
and you could do it in a rainbow.
You could just also put it just right on top, like it's a pound cake. Because angel food cake, like it has a different like density to it.
Exactly.
But yeah, you could just maybe do like what is the egg? The egg in when it's in the bread, it's like toad in the hole.
The something in a basket.
Toad in a basket?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it a toad?
Yes, I think so.
I'm really pushing the toad.
I believe you.
Okay. But that's so you could do that.
Oh, like hollow out.
Yeah.
And then put it, wow.
Have a scoop. You're going to eat it anyway. Just eat that scoop and then replace it with sherbet.
Dude, you have like, boom, my mind.
Yeah.
And I want to let all the people know, today's episode is brought to you by Nanty Coke and Fug You State. Because, as you know, Megan and I, we like to partake beforehand, and it was an uplifting and, how should I put it? It's uplifting and emancipating.
Wow.
A great way to start the day.
That is a really nice way to start the day.
Exactly.
I wasn't thinking it was like emancipating until you said it. And then I was like, wow, you know what? I do feel a little lighter in the shoulders.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And it just felt like, wow, I just kind of breezed in here.
Yeah.
And what was funny was there was some technical issues, and just stepped out, took care of it, and that was it.
Yeah.
Any other version of me, frazzled. You remember it was one of our lost tapes, and there was something wrong with the equipment.
Yep.
And I was sweating like Jordan Peele in that skit.
Yes.
On Key and Peele.
Yeah.
And you were like, we have our phones.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my phone down. You put your phone down, and we're going to do this thing.
We just have to do something.
And
That's
I was like, what? That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And
it's not the best choice, but it's a choice to keep things moving and then learn and fix the things. So then it's where you know what? This was good.
This was good.
I'm losing my words in
You're
the middle
losing
of
your
my
words?
sentence.
Don't worry. I got more words for you.
They're going to come back. They are.
So I got another question for you.
Great. I think I'm going to really nail this one.
You're going to nail this one because our esteemed guest, Ann Allchin, esteemed author from Canada in cannabis, because of that, with food, right, what I want to do is ask you, what was the best thing you ever ate while elevated?
You know what? There was fish and chips that I ate in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was in Muizenberg. So it was down by the water, Cape Town area.
Right.
And the waves were like crashing up. as well. And so it was just like the whole place, like the scenery too, with the food. It's still sticking with me.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was the best thing.
Yeah, that was really great.
So have you ever been able to like replicate that or come close to that experience?
Yeah, I imagine I have.
Okay.
But I don't think any of them will, that first time always sticks out.
Right.
And then you just know how to do it from there on. You're like, oh, why? I'm not going to eat crap when I'm elevated.
Right.
I'm going to have something delicious. I'm going to treat myself.
I love it.
Right?
Love it.
But you should also treat yourself when you're not elevated.
Ah.
Yeah. So just don't eat crap. I think this is my way to trick everyone to eat healthier.
Really?
Yeah. It's a treat. It really is.
It is a treat. It is a treat. But I want to tell you something that's the exact opposite.
Okay.
And thinking about it now, oh my God, what was I thinking? College.
Yeah.
Again, shout out University of Hartford. Woo woo.
Part of me feels like this has to do with like a big waffle with ice cream, and I'm on board with that.
It's smaller. It's more compact, but it's way worse.
God, that was a younger me.
So
She was so much fun. She ate. Oh boy.
I know the stuff that we put into our
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just don't want diabetes. So
exactly, diabetes.
It was a time and a place, and now
hypertension.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, I love not feeling hypertension.
Exactly,
so
dude.
Nice.
This is what happened. I'm at my buddy's house, and he was like a Puerto Rican Pauly Shore. Like he sounded just like him. He's like, "Hey man, you want to get a little liquor?" That was like every like Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and it always ended up the same way. Like 3 a.m. his house baked, or he's got something scandalous going on. And I'm like, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to deal with this. But it always started with that phrase, "Hey, dog, you want to get a little liquor?" And we just party or whatever. So one day in particular, we get to that point where it's just we're fried and we're hungry, but nothing is open. So now we're going through his kitchen. And this guy isn't like, for the kids out there, he's no Felix Unger.
Okay.
All right? He's Oscar Madison all day, every day. Okay? He's like, just everything's everywhere. So we go through his kitchen, and I see stuff. And I see like Cheetos, the crunchy ones, not the puffs, crunchy.
It's important.
Okay. Then I see there's a bag, KFC bag, and there's grease spots on it, so that means it's only been here for a couple hours. I go in the bag, multiple biscuits.
It's amazing we're alive. Please continue.
Multiple biscuits.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got Cheetos, I got biscuits, and then I'm saying, okay, what else is there? What else there? The freezer, the fridge. I see sausage patties. Okay. Bam.
Great.
I nuked the hell out of those sausage patties.
Oh, you nuked it. Oh.
And no, I didn't. I actually fried them because we were still like, yeah, we fried them. We fried them.
I'm back on board, even though it's.
Yeah, we fried them. I'm sorry, people. They really happened. Really happened. Fried them. And
no,
then...
I didn't shame him out of the microwave in his story. Imagine I shame everybody so much for their uses of microwaves that they start removing them from their stories when they tell it in front of me.
Oh my God. So I'm frying the sausage, and I got the biscuits in the, what you call it? I think it's like the toaster oven or the oven or whatever. We're talking, we're vibing, and of course people are still coming through the house while we're doing all this in the kitchen. And then everything comes together. It was a sausage patty topped with crunchy Cheetos in between the biscuit.
Great.
So people stopped and watched us, and they were like, oh. And we were like, did we discover fire?
Yeah.
But when we took that first bite, because you had the crunch in between all that, you're just like, oh, wow. You're like, oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. But now, like 25 years later, my stomach hurts thinking about that.
Yeah, that's like, you have to enjoy that in the time and the place, not
Right.
recreate it. And if you did recreate it, I would suggest adding an egg and some cheese. Like just
Well,
like
I know, but
one
we
egg.
had the cheese already.
Oh yeah, we have the
The
cheese.
Cheetos.
Yeah, but that's like an extra.
I know.
You
I
know, it's like when they put sautéed onions
Right.
on the burger, but then they also give you raw onions too.
Right.
I don't know what the point was.
No, you don't. It's like it's like double duty, or it's like the treat.
Well, it's different. I guess you're receiving the onion in different ways. So then
Okay.
you would be receiving the cheese in different ways, and
Really?
they would also give different.
Oh, there's different textures.
Yeah, the crunch,
And
the
there's
crunch.
different
Yeah,
flavor
and
profiles.
the melt.
Flavor.
It's gonna taste. It's gonna set off different things in your brain.
So
That's where I'm going with.
no, I get you.
Yeah,
I dig you.
yeah.
That
So that could be recreated, but more adult.
Right. And that is my regret. That is my regret. Not putting an egg on it.
Yeah,
Not putting an egg on it, dude.
maybe even like a horseradish mayo sauce.
Well, wait, this is 2000. Okay.
No,
this is
well, I'm
Hart-
saying for now.
Oh, for
if
now.
if now it was to be recreated.
I'm talking. This is 2000, Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah,
All right, we weren't going to like.
I mean, horseradish.
I get you.
Horseradish is pretty old school.
It is pretty
right?
old school. It is. But
It
then
goes
there
to
was
the
more.
old world.
But then there was more. You said an interesting word. You said
Uh-oh.
recreating.
Recreating.
You remember there was a picture of Johnny Cash with like a chocolate cake, where he was like in a bush with like a cake. You don't remember that?
No.
You never seen that picture?
I'm like just trying to recreate it in my head. Oh, and there I
So-
said recreate. Now you put the word into it. Let's see how many times I now say it because I'm aware of it. Okay, maybe now me talking it out will get me to stop saying recreating.
So anyway, there was a picture of him, and you'll see it afterwards,
Okay.
where he's like in a hedge with a cake.
So he's shame eating?
Yes.
Oh,
And
is
he's like-
this when he's bigger?
No, this is when he
Oh,
was younger,
Okay.
and he was like really,
Cocaine fueled,
he was
Johnny
really, like,
Cash in a
wrecked.
bush with chocolate cake. A
So-
lot of this is really, it checks out.
So wait a minute.
No fact check needed.
So, upon inspection of that refrigerator, do you know what was in that refrigerator? There
Oh.
was a chocolate cake.
Whoa.
Yes, there was. So,
So you guys
my
went to
wisdom,
a bush,
my wisdom was
said,
like,
"We're gonna
hey,
recreate.
hey, buddy, you know, we should have dessert, buddy. Hey, you know what? That's a great idea, man. Let's do it. And what did we do? Dug in.
Did it with your hands.
It's like, oh my God.
You dug
What is
in
wrong
like your
with
hands
me?
were shovels. The way you
Yes.
just did it in front
It
of
was
me,
like
it's
shovels.
like you're shoveling it.
It was shoveling. I was like, oh my God, this is the best store brand cake I've ever eaten in my life.
Forks. Forks.
Forks, where were they? They were all in the sink. I
Okay,
wasn't
that's-
washing any of that.
Well, that's when we wash up.
I
That's
wasn't
when
doing
we
that.
wash the dishes.
I'm not Mrs. Garrett. Blair, Tootie.
You know what? This whole time I've
Jerry.
been thinking, what does Adrian remind me of?
Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs.
What?
Garrett. That's been it the whole
A
time.
redhead white woman? No. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. You know what? Back in the day, damn it, I'm so glad all this is done because of the Urkel, the Webster, the Arnold Jackson, all of that. I am so glad that's done.
Yeah. They're done.
You know what? You saying Mrs. Garrett, that's fine. That's fine.
You
Because
said it.
I know.
You
I know.
said it, and
I
then I
did.
mocked you.
You did. You did. You did. You know,
And now you're setting it up as my truth.
and you know what? That's why you are the wacky neighbor in all those shows.
Thank you. I think I would be a really great wacky neighbor. It is kind of what I want.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think I have wacky neighbor personality.
You have the energy. You do
Yes.
have the energy.
I want to go away and be by myself for the rest of the episode. But when I show up, everyone's happy.
Oh, so you just want. Oh, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for the woo, ow, woo, and then you say your catchphrase, and then you do something, and then you're out.
I mean, if it's in front of a live studio audience, yeah, I want that applause when I walk out.
Ooh. And you know what? With that note, what we're going to do, we are going to take a quick smoke break. And we're going to get even more elevated because I'm ready to talk to Ann.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll be right back. We're good? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Bake Sale Session Podcast. I am Adrian. We did it.
We came back.
We came back.
We said we'd do it.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did it. And we came back better than ever.
Yeah, you just got to keep trying to become a better version of yourself.
Oh my goodness, I love that. That's what it's all about. And you know why I'm so glad that we have our guest coming up right now? Because I feel that what they bring to the table will make you a better version of yourself.
Yes.
Okay? So allow me to introduce to you the amazing author, the illustrious, the vivacious, and the I don't even have any other adjectives. Just all around super
Those are
cool.
really good adjectives.
They are. Super cool person, really amazing human being, Ann Allchin. Ann Allchin, welcome to the pod. How are you?
Hello, welcome.
Wow, thanks guys. That's quite the intro.
Well,
This is Garrett.
oh wow. Oh, I can dig it.
Now it's trending.
It is trending. Are you gonna get hashtag Mrs. Garrett now? You gonna get it done? You gonna make it happen?
I'm on it.
All right. Okay, I could dig it.
I needed another side thing, so this will be a fun project.
So it will be a fun project, but I got something to ask my good friend Ann. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So you heard some of the stuff that I talked about just now with regards to food, and I wanted to ask you the same question right off the top.
Ooh, I was hoping.
What was the best culinary experience that you've had while elevated?
Okay, so I don't know if it really rates as a culinary experience. But I used to live above a Subway sandwiches. So a lot of times, like I had an apartment when I was about 30. And you know that smell. You know the smell when you walk into the Subway.
The bread.
And most of the time, I'm not that into that smell, especially when you live above it. But there was more than once that I needed a meatball sub.
Oh, wow.
I just come back, a little bit extra chill and just see that meatball sub ready for me. And that was my thing. I don't think there's anything that's more filling and decadent than a meatball sub if you're really, really starving.
Agreed.
Wow. I'm inspired now.
I love a meatball sub.
You do?
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, it's very filling. I can't eat the whole thing anymore. And at one point I could.
Yeah, you can with a little help.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little
Great
help.
for sharing.
Yes, great for sharing.
Yeah, if somebody that brings a meatball sub to a party, they are the hero.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Nobody hates that person.
That is
Actually, everybody's going to talk about it all night. Did you guys get that meatball sub? Can you believe it? Who brings a meatball sub to a party? Yeah, the best person ever. Like,
oh my God.
yeah.
That is amazing. I am super impressed. Now, I got to ask you another question to follow up with that. So, Subway, you know that the bread ended up having certain material in it. Did that change?
Ooh.
What did it have in it?
Yeah, what did it have?
The
I
yoga
know it
mat.
had a lot of sugar.
Don't you remember the yoga mat, or was that a rumor?
Oh, was it? So is it like microplastics
Yeah,
are now
something
in
like
our
that.
bread?
But that was
I
like
feel
years
like
ago,
that's an
dude.
added bonus when you're really, really hungry.
Oh,
Just give it all to me.
Yeah.
oh my God. So wait, so Ann, I got something. I have one more question, and we'll get into talking about your latest book, Stoned, and the first book. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. The first book,
Butter and flour.
Yes, butter and flour.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure the listeners get into both of that and how they can get it and all that good stuff. So lately, talking about the meatball sub that you guys both love so much, I've really have a taste for falafel,
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
especially elevated.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing, Trader Joe's, a baguette, falafel, and salad mix, and some sort of dressing,
Okay.
and crunch that down and just go to town. Like the entire baguette, like a mini one, like one of those medium-sized ones or whatever.
The entire baguette.
Nice.
Mini. It's
Oh,
mini.
wow.
It's an entirely mini baguette.
And that's healthy. That's like, that's vegetarian.
Yeah, it is with the salad
That's
in there.
right.
Actually,
Boom goes
that
the dynamite.
yeah, that is a very healthy snack.
Boom! Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh, I took it back to the 6th grade.
He
Ah.
just gave me the suck it
Yeah.
sign for all you wrestling fans out there.
And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Oh, damn it.
But Ann, sorry to cut you off, but yes, thank you so much. It is. Tell me more. Tell me more about how I won.
Yes, please tell him about how he won.
Oh yeah, that's vegetarian. You're helping the environment. No cow products.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just want to let
Yeah.
you know, Anne, that Adrian just threw his fist up in the air as he was so proud of himself, and then he looked around confused, and then he said, "Wait a minute," and then you started answering, and he was like, "Oh yes, here we go."
Oh,
I
so
wanted to bring everybody on that journey. It wasn't fair that I was the only one that got to experience it.
so Ann, I gotta ask you now, when it comes to those munchies, what is your recommendation?
Ooh. So I'm a nacho girl.
Yum.
Like we're just going all into all the good food right now, but nachos are it. I don't know. It's about the most decadent thing that I can think of. That's my favorite munchie food for sure.
That could be healthy though too.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, you could do healthy nachos.
Well, see, you got to get the shredded iceberg, but that's like a waste of space. But it looks good because it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
get
I was just away for March break. We were in Belize and
Ooh.
everywhere they had shrimp nachos.
What?
Yeah. It was really good.
Oh my God. Now, see, this is the thing that I'm always worried about with the munchies. I don't want to do a lot of dicing. I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fair.
I want to live in mise en place.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everything in its place. So I'm ready to do what I got to do. So whatever it is, it's either got to be prepped to just go in the oven, or it's got to be super easy, wrap, sandwich, something like that. Because I still want to feel like I'm creating something.
Yeah.
And be busy.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So nachos, what do you put on your nachos?
Yes.
Ooh, there's got to be a lot of cheese. Got to be the guac.
Dairy. Protein.
Olives. I'm a big olive girl.
Nice. What kind of olives?
Ooh, usually I get the black olives because they're pre-sliced. I guess you can get pre-sliced green olives too.
Yeah.
But I usually go for the black ones.
Nice.
I'm like you, Adrian. I don't want too much work. You won't find me like slicing olives,
Exactly.
I take the shortcuts.
There it is.
Onions are good on nachos. Salsa.
Nice.
Now, are you melting the cheese beforehand, or are you just doing it all like that?
I'm gonna melt the cheese in the microwave, and then I'm gonna sprinkle the stuff that doesn't get heated.
We're in the where?
In the microwave, the microwave.
Yeah.
Oh, what is there an issue with the microwave? Because somebody shamed me about my microwave use in college during my
Oh,
story,
really?
during my epic tale of the heart-stopping biscuit.
Listen, if
Oh, I think probably that person is their like conspiracy theorist now.
Oh, you should. Oh.
Yeah.
I think you're good. You're good with the microwave.
Oh, wow. Just so you know, this part of the journey, there was a raised eyebrow, there is some side eye, and I got the index finger in the air.
I just want us all to have a better life.
Hey, there's
That's
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
I just want a better life for all of us.
And you know how we're going to do it? We're going to do it with nachos.
Yes.
Nachos. But now, see, you got to have that base. You got to have those chips.
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of chips?
You don't want the cheap chips.
No cheap
You got to
chips.
shell out on the chips.
Yeah, you got to go get the ones in the fancy bag.
Restaurant style?
Yes, at the top of the shelf.
Yeah.
Now, I will go for some Tostitos scoops. I will do that if I want to be.
Now you're in the gutter now.
Oh!
I feel like if you do the scoops, you can't add any salt.
That's true.
That's gonna have to be your salt.
That is
That's
true.
true.
You know what?
That is true.
So you just gotta like that. If like you could do it,
I gotta
but
let that go.
there's gotta be balance.
I gotta let that go then.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the best chips, and that's it. So
Yeah.
we're starting with the best chips.
Yeah, because you'd probably rather have better salt.
Right. So now, what kind of cheese are we doing? Are we doing like,
Is it a blend?
Is it a blend? Is it vegan
Cheddar?
cheese? Is it like, are we going all out, full on dairy, full on moo cow?
Oh yeah, full
Okay.
dairy.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to scrimp, and probably like the yellow orange blend.
Ooh,
Pre-shred.
nice.
Pre-shred.
And
I
we're
don't wanna
doing
be shredding.
pre-shreds. Nice. Now I need meat. I need protein.
Oh, okay. See, I don't like my nachos too soggy though. So you might have to go meat on the side, like a chili.
Oh, wow. I never thought of that. You know what I'm thinking? Like pre-sliced chicken slices,
Oh yeah,
and you just like throw them on there.
that's good,
Like from
and
Trader-
that's protein.
Yeah,
that's
from-
you're healthy again.
Yes.
Back on track.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
See? Bam.
It's easy to fall, but it's easy to get back up.
Hey. Ooh. Do you see how we get along here on
Oh
this?
yeah.
This is what it's all about. This is the magic of the Bake Sale Session podcast. I got to tell you. And it is such a treat to be talking to you. And I got to know, this latest book, Stoned, what inspired it for you?
Yeah. So, in the beginning, my father-in-law's partner, she still suffers from really terrible migraines. So she'll go down for 48 hours throwing up, and she misses events all the time. So way back, we were up at the cottage and she couldn't come. So we started talking to my husband's dad, and he's like old Irish guy, like the sweetest guy on earth.
Oh,
Very open-minded. And so we were saying, do you think, like, Kathy had tried all different prescription drugs and tried everything under the sun. She's gluten-free, she's dairy-free, she stays away from sugar, she stays away from booze. So we said, would she ever try cannabis? And he just looked across the table and said, I think she'd try just about anything.
oh wow.
And yeah, so she was a grade 1 teacher for her career. Her dad was a minister. She's very proper. So it was my job, like, I'm the cook of the family. It was my job to leave and figure it out. And so went to my buddy Jackie, who is like, now I dabbled in weed at the time, but I wasn't super, super regular.
Right.
But for sure, on a Sunday night before I had to go to work, that would be my way to wind down and get out of my head. But I had never made edibles, never dabbled that way. And so I went away, did research, figured out dosing, tried a cookie on my husband. He went for a run. He was like, yeah, I don't know. Those might be a little strong. I'm going to go lay down. So, yeah. And then gave her a batch. Just chocolate chip cookies was the first go, and said, okay, Kathy, so tomorrow, message us, let us know how it went, phone us. So she didn't phone, and I phoned her twice, and she lives alone. And, of course, you can never be severely hurt by weed at all.
Right.
Like, you'd have to eat a truckload, really. But I thought, okay, maybe she had a bad experience, maybe. So finally she calls back and says, I didn't throw up. I had the best sleep of my life. And I did go down to the basement and forget why I was there. And we were like, perfect. So since then, I just kept making her batches. Then my friends would ask. Then I'd go to a party. I'd bring treats. And at the time, it was just newly legal. I think we're legal 2017 or 2018. I always forget the exact year. But people would just come up to me at a party and go, Ann, so how strong are they? How many can I have? And
Oh, wow.
maybe I won't have it here. Maybe I'll take it home and try it later. And so I've just been the gateway on edibles for a lot of people who have questions, and people who are sick, who never would have tried it before. But here, I think legalization comes with a lot of issues.
Right.
Like it leaves a lot of the little fish struggling to make money and to get through the hurdles of being a legal provider. But I think it changed a lot of mindsets here, so that older people are more willing to try it if they have health problems. Definitely topicals. I've made topicals for a woman who has arthritis in her knee, and she was my aunt's friend from the church.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. And so she actually, she said, please tell Ann she's a lifesaver. And so I'm a true believer. I want to spread the word. I think weed has been demonized intentionally by government players for the last 100 years. And it's something that people have used for the last couple thousand years as home remedy and as something before going to opioids. Like, I think people jump to opioids so quickly if they're not feeling well or if they have some kind of pain. And I think there's a step between that people aren't taking advantage of. Not to mention just kicking back and having a good night,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And you say like going like straight to like opioids or whatever. I remember as a kid, you remember all those commercials for like the back pain and stuff, where like the silhouette was like standing like this, and it was like always like a lightning bolt or like a stick of dynamite blowing up. They're like, for this pain, take this pill, and it was always like nonstop.
Yeah.
We've been seeing advertisements for medicines forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah. But it's refreshing to hear that this is like your mission, and you are so successful at like breaking the stigma.
Yeah, that's really my goal, is to help people feel comfortable with it and to help them know the history. And I guess that's where Stoned is different from Butter and Flower. Butter and Flower is a traditional weed cookbook that, it's step by step. It's for people who want to dabble, and it looks and feels like a cookbook and has beautiful photos. And I tell the stories of 15 different people who have been normal people who have had life-changing experiences with weed, whether it was with the justice system or health or anxiety, or help them get away from other substances. So that's that book. But Stoned tells the history of cannabis, which a lot of people have had to fight really hard against pretty powerful players.
Okay.
Just to give access.
I like that.
Yeah, I guess I started with Kathy, and I started telling the story of weed and everything like that. But when I started to read about the history and how people have, especially Black and brown people, have intentionally been put in jail using weed as the avenue, when the powers that be knew that it wasn't harmful. They've known, the evidence comes up again and again and again. Like LaGuardia, the mayor of New York, he's one of my favorite historical people, because the president at the time came to him and said, look, we don't like this weed smoking. These jazz singers are smoking weed, and they're smoking it in Harlem, and we don't like
Jazz
it.
cabbage.
So, yeah. And so LaGuardia he was a fighter pilot in World War I. In World War II, he was in charge of Homeland Security during the entire Second World War. Like, he was a player. So they came to him and he said, okay, well, prove it. And so he went to the New York Academy of Medicine, made them write a report, all the doctors. They came back and said, look, we don't see long-term health effects. We don't see addiction. We see that it actually can help. It doesn't make people aggressive. It doesn't lead to crime. And they shelved it.
Wow. It sounds
they
positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really positive. A little too positive. But you know what I'm positive of? I'm positive about how impactful this book Stoned will be when people get their hands on it.
Totally. I can't wait to add both of your books to my library.
Yes,
Thanks.
I want that. I got to get that book too. And I
Thanks,
want to
guys.
know, how can we get it directly from your website, or can we go to any, like a Barnes and Noble, or what do we do?
Yeah, so Butter and Flour should be in all the bookstores online.
Okay.
So they're on Google and Barnes and Noble and all the places.
Gotcha.
Stoned has been more of a tricky road. So for Stoned, it's a beautiful, heavy coffee table cookbook where we had an artist come in. He's a still life artist, and he took the ingredients for each of the recipes and basically made sculptures and photographed them. So that's more of a really bougie cookbook. It's more of a coffee table book. And so that one, if you go to my Instagram, which is Ann Infusion, ANN Infusion, all the links are in my bio.
Love it.
So for Stoned, that one's more of a direct sales.
Now I have a question for you. What is?
Sure.
Oh, you first.
Oh, no, I think I'm good.
Okay,
Go
so
for
I
it.
want to ask you this: what is your favorite recipe in Stoned?
Ooh, so I researched traditional strawberry shortcake that's done with biscuits. It's not traditionally in the South. It's not done with angel food cake or anything like that. It's done with biscuits. And I have to say that the strawberry sauce and the infused biscuits, that's got to be my favorite, I think.
Oh,
That gets me excited for strawberry shortcake, because the other kind, it's good. I just don't get excited by it.
no.
No, but biscuits.
Yeah.
Well,
For
now-
sure.
Now wait a minute. Are these buttermilk biscuits?
I have to remember the ingredients. They're a little bit crispier than a buttermilk biscuit, I think.
Okay. All right.
A
No
little
problem.
bit crispier. More like between a biscuit and a cookie.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice place.
It is a nice place.
Between a biscuit and a cookie.
Ooh. That's like the sweet spot right
Yeah.
there. Now,
Right. I love how into food you guys are. I think like,
well, food.
like 90% of this podcast has been about food and how delicious it is, and I love it.
Well, it's funny because food is like the thing.
It
because what
is.
happens
It
happens when you partake, you're getting hungry,
That's
Yeah.
it.
and I think you need some of the right snacks or the right like foods alongside of you, so that
For
you don't
sure.
end up with a KFC biscuit, sausage patty, and Cheetos.
Yeah.
It's
Better planning.
better planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
that's
this
fair. That's fair.
is what I want to close with for everyone here.
Oh, wow.
What would be your ideal plan, Anne, for your session? Like, how would you set with the the food and the whole thing?
Ooh, okay. So I am actually a solo smoker, which I used to be a bit embarrassed about it because I can get anxious. So I have to make sure I have the right strain. Usually it's better if not even my husband's there. So basically, I'm in an empty house.
Ooh.
The kids are out. My kids are 17 and 15.
Oh.
So
wow.
they're gone, and
So
I'm
it's
in the
already
back.
a treat. It's already a treat. You get silence.
Yeah,
Silence.
for sure. For sure. So then we actually, this is going to sound really fat, but I had to lobby for, we live in a small Toronto house with a little backyard, because if you live close to the city, then you're not living in a big house because it's pretty urban. So it has like little backyard, but I lobbied for a sauna. So we have a little sauna in the corner.
What?
Wow.
Yes. So I'm going to smoke. I'm going to veg out in the sauna, and then I'm going to come in and eat basically the whole fridge. And that's my ideal sesh.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a beautiful day.
That is a beautiful, beautiful day.
Wow.
What about you, Megs?
Right now, ideal sesh in my heart is sitting down by the boardwalk.
Ooh.
I'm not sure where, but I love being by water. I just love looking out on water. So I like
Nice.
to be on a bench or a rock. I love sitting on rocks.
You want to be on a rock
You know, just give me a notebook, a pen,
and a rock,
and
and a sunny
rock,
day,
rock to sit.
Sunny
I'm good.
day?
Yeah.
clouds in the sky,
Nice.
or
Maybe
no?
some clouds. Some clouds are welcomed.
Okay,
Yeah, sometimes it's just great to look up at the clouds.
I
I
like
sent you
that.
photos of clouds a few weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
I was like, look at
Yes, you
these
did.
clouds. These clouds are
I was like,
wild.
what?
It was such a great cloud
I
watching
was
day.
like, what is going on?
Yeah,
here?
no, that was a lot of
I
joy.
was like,
Just waiting for my
what?
laundry. Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, to close with me with episode 6, Queen, what was it? Queen
Queen Sherbet.
Sherbet cake,
Yeah.
or was it angel food? No.
Lemon angel.
What was it again? What was it again? Oh my God.
There was something that we were gonna do it. The toe in a hall. Was it angel food cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, angel food cake. A Queen Sherbet.
Okay. Oh my God. Yes. Queen Sherbet cake. Queen Sherbet cake. So, episode 6, Queen Sherbet cake. This is how my session goes. Quiet apartment.
Nice.
The Netflix documentary's on. True crime murder. Okay. I'm already
Ooh, I like it.
I'm already toasted. Thank you so much. And you know what I'm doing? I'm doing Guido slices from Trader Joe's.
Ooh.
Okay, Guido slices from Trader Joe's. The it's like one of those pre-salad mixes. It's the basic one. It's like a French name. I can't remember. It's like I want to be like Les Enfants something or whatever, and it's like French, and it's very basic.
Les jardins de
Yeah.
légumes.
I feel like les incompetents, if you get where that's coming from. So it's that salad mix and the dressing, and if I really want to be wild, I put fries in it.
Fries and salad.
Yes.
Ooh.
Why not?
Wow.
And
If that's gonna get you to eat your vegetables,
in a baguette,
then get you
all
away.
Trader Joe's all day long.
I'm
The
so jealous. We don't have Trader Joe's.
Dude.
Guys.
Guido slices, a baguette, the salad mix, the salad dressing, and the fries toasted, and I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
living. And that is episode 6, Queen Sherbet cake. We are so happy to be here with the illustrious Ann Allchin. Again, how do they find you on Instagram?
Ann Infusion. ANN Infusion.
Excellent. Megan, how you doing?
Doing great.
Dom, you're amazing. Folks, we are out. We'll see you next time. Later.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.